Hello, Teacher Miro. Today we're going to look at the motherboard and the internal components of the system case. Like guys, as you see, this is my system case, which is already disassembled. So today we're going to look at the parts of the motherboard and we see what we can try to understand. To begin with, we are going to begin with the CPU socket. The CPU socket is where the CPU is placed or inserted. If you look at our CPU here, we place it in this CPU fan weight, and this is the main component of the system case. That's why it is called the CPU, because it is the major component in the computer. The CPU sits in the CPU socket. The CPU socket has what we call the heat sink. The heat sink is like a fan, is a cooling agent. It is used to cool the CPU because the CPU does a lot of work. It gets heated up frequently, so it needs a cooler. Away from the CPU, we have this and then this south bridge and the north bridge. Now these bridges munda mulimu tuta chipsets. Chipsets they are like memory chips which are used for storage. Then we have what called the power connector. Power connector is here. This one receives power from the power supply unit. Power supply unit is here. Power supply unit is here. So this receives power from the power supply unit through this cable here. So this cable is inserted in here to bring power to the motherboard. Then we have these ports here. These ports are known as IDE cable ports. They are used to connect the IDE cables, what we call the bus. The cables for now is it. If you look at the cable, how it looks like, this cable is inserted into this port here. Started into this port, and it brings the connection, like as you see. Then it is this cable which we connect to the hard disk. Where is my hard disk? My hard disk is here. So it is this cable which we connect to the hard disk, you see. Then the same cable can be used to connect to the CD drive. The CD drive is here. So it is this same cable which we connect to the CD drive. Look, you see. Then you can just come and connect it here. You connect it here, you see. So you have the connection. So you have the CD drive connected to the motherboard using the IDE the IDE cable. Then from there we have the PCI slots. These PCI slots they are used to connect what we call extension cards to the motherboard. For example, if you have the network card, just come and place it in here. Away from there, you have the RAM slots. RAM slots are here. Where is my RAM? The RAM slots. RAM of what? This is how RAM looks like. We can have more than one RAM chip. This is an example of a RAM chip. It looks like this. If you can look at critically, they are kind of different. So these have different the sizes. So RAM nayo jango mufumita RAM chip RAM slots like this. RAM chips like this. RAM slots, sorry. Then the RAM of connecting the motherboard. RAM again RAM slots. Then from RAM to inner CMOS battery, what we call the CMOS battery. This looks like a kanakufananga kandake sawa. Its work is to store the configurations of the motherboard. Then we have the BIOS chip. BIOS chip is here. This BIOS chip is used to connect also the configurations. Then we have the ROM chip is here. This ROM chip here also is used to store the system software, which tells the computer what to do and when to do it when power is switched on. And these other black chips here, we have the cache memory. We have the cache memory. These black chips here represent the cache memory, and yeah, these are the capacitors and the resistors, which are used to regulate the power which flow inside the computer. Then let's look at the behind part of the motherboard to give us a clear snapshot of the ports which we find at the back of the motherboard. Now, these ports include, we have what called the audio ports. Audio ports are here. These are the audio ports. These are the USB ports 1, 2. Then this is the network port. This is the VGA port, which connects the monitor, and this was used to connect the printer, but it is getting out of use. Then this will also connect the VGA. Then these are also USB ports, and this is the PS2 ports. These PS2 ports are used to connect, were used to connect the keyboard and the mouse. Briefly, that's what you have on the motherboard. See you then. Second Teacher Miro, then up YouTube channel yange. Like, follow and comment, and we enjoy computer together. We fight computer illiteracy. See you then.